Hi everyone, it's Donnie from Diamond Painting by Donnie, and I have an unboxing for you. I'm just guessing as to what this is because it isn't a bag. It's more than likely a 30 by 40. Let's open it up and see what we got. Lots of tape on this package. I'm not sure. Okay. That's a safe spot. I opened it on the side with the drills, so. And beautifully packaged they are. Look at that. Oh, this may not be what I thought it was, because there's not a lick of pink in that. Here is the toolkit. It's got a 3-placer, large chunk of wax, and the green tray with the opening. I'm still in the dark as to which one it is, so... Oh, okay. I'll go get that, bring it up in my book. I'll be right back. Alright, what we have here is a new store called Nuojie store, N-U-O-J-I-E. I paid $10.64 for a 30 by 40. It was ordered October 13th. It was shipped October 14th, and it arrived November 2nd. It's supposed to be a full square. So it took 20 days to get here. And yeah, it's a Halloween painting. And that's what it looks like. I love Tigger. And this was just so adorable. I had to have it. So let's hope we can get it done before next Halloween, huh? $10.64. So let's see what it looks like. Alright, it is on a very large foam roller. This is the largest I've ever seen. And it's got the yellow covering. Seeing that more and more. It's got a very wide strip of tape covering it, or holding it together. And that left a little bit of sticky. The colors aren't numbered, but here's the key. It's kind of small. The symbols, I mean, for the most part there's letters, but there's some, like an upside down U, like a horseshoe, and more letters and numbers. Let's see what else we got here. And then like a sideways @ symbol, so that's kind of more like, it looks like an eyeball. So they're not too bad. A little strange, but not too bad. And I'll just have to see. Hopefully there's a inventory sheet in here. Maybe not, because they're weighed. It's not that big, so... Oh, there's an inventory sheet. Uh-oh. Looks like it's stuck. Yeah, it's stuck to the very edge that they didn't get. They didn't get the cover paper over all the way. Let's try and get that off. It's tearing the paper. I've never had this happen before. Wow, that glue's pretty sticky. Oh. It's tearing off the numbers. Let's see if I can save it. Nope, I couldn't save it. All right. pull that out. Got this paper stuck to my finger. Okay, so I'm feeling some bumps back here. Hopefully we don't have puckers. This is kind of strange that the glue went further than the cover. I'll just put some powder on that. In fact, let me do that really quick before I go any further. Give me a chance to try out this new thing that I showed in my Amazon unboxing haul that I had. It'll just deactivate the adhesive there. Oh, this powder smells really strong. At first it smelled good, but got up close and it's got like that perfumey smell to it. Can't get the lid off. That's no bueno. Oh, maybe I gotta look at the instructions. It just says remove brush cover. So I'm twisting it the right way. Maybe it's just my grip strength isn't very good anymore, but maybe someone just put it on. No, it's moving. It's just not coming off. So maybe it just pops off. There we go. Okay. That was painful. All right. Let's see how this works. Okay, it's working. It doesn't push a lot of powder out, so it doesn't get on things. Okay, no longer sticky. Let's get it down here so we don't have problems with it sticking to anything else. Whew, that's very... It smells like church. When I was a little kid, there was a older lady that liked to wear this perfume that was just very strong. I mean, it's so strong that it like brings tears to my eyes. Whew. Well, from the outside, it's not too bad, but if you get too much of it, I might just replace it with my powder that smells better. But that worked good. It's no longer sticky. It's completely... There. Now, let's get on to the... Look what happened, because it was rolled in that tube. But if you saw my last video where I had a really tightly wound diamond painting around a foam tube, this is just from unrolling it, and it shouldn't affect. It didn't affect before the adhesive, but we'll see what this did. It's all in one piece. I love those colors, how colorful they do their symbols. I mean, I can't see the image too well with all those colors, but the canvas is kind of wrinkled, but it's not damaged. As you can see, look, I'm trying to look at this to see if I can see the image itself. It's just really hard with the coloring. I mean, I love the colors, don't get me wrong. And you can see that it was at one point a cross-stitch pattern. See the little black arrow at the top? That's the center. But these symbols are very clear. I mean, it's beautiful. It's just because of the coloring of the symbols, you can't really see the image. I mean, I can kind of tell that's Tigger right there. Was there Roo? No, that's Piglet. So there's Piglet there. Let's cover this up and see if we can see Pooh on the other side. Get all those air bubbles out. I mean, this image right here is very colorful. As you can see, there's a lot of color. So this doesn't look like it has very many colors to it. So I'm hoping it turns out to look like the image. All right, so can you see Pooh? Okay, there he is. There's his face. There's his pumpkin. Okay, so that's the one thing about all these colors. A lot of the times when people do make a symbol, they make it the color basically of what the drill is that's going to be going on there. So yeah, there's a lot of wrinkling going on here. You can see, yeah, you see, there you go. You can see it's not bubbling or anything, but it's just wrinkled. It just needs to flatten. And there's some rivers, and those aren't damaging. So no bubbles, no puckers. The wrinkles aren't too bad. So I'm, you know, because of all the wrinkles, I think I'm going to take half of a point off for that. Because something was done to this in the process, because you can see all the wrinkles on the actual adhesive cover. That's not something I did. So let's measure this. I mean, I'm pretty sure this is 30 by 40 drilling area, but I've been forgetting to measure sometimes on these new companies that we aren't sure about quite. Okay, so that is just under 40 centimeters. And it is just a hair under 30. Whoop, let's get it right. Well, it's actually right on 30. Yep, so it's exactly 30 and just a hair under 40 width. All right, so there is the canvas. Let's take a look at these drills, the inventory. Find out how many colors there are here. This is just still really weird. Here, let me put some of this powder on this so that I'm not sticking to it. All right. So let's count here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 6, 28, 30 colors. 30 colors. Not bad for a 30 by 40. And it is square, like it said. So since these go by weight, all I need to do basically is just make sure each of these colors that are listed here are in the bag. I'm guessing these are 9, 3. Yeah. Okay. So let me go through these real quick, and I almost don't want to disturb how pretty these are laid out in this bag. Almost. I want to make sure I have them all, so big bag full. And they don't look to be in order. They're not in order now, that's for sure. Alright. So, I will check back with you in just a moment. Alright, everything is here. I didn't get all the sticky off. It stuck to me a little bit, but I just wanted to point out, look how bright that orange is. I don't think I have seen a 740 this bright before, but that's actually pretty, really pretty, and I'm not an orange lover. I mean, these just look pretty decent too. I don't see any garbage in there. So that'll be interesting to do the post review on this. It gives you the instructions on here. It gives you tips on how to keep it from getting dirty, or just tells you not to get it dirty. But that's nice that they give you an inventory sheet, even though they do go by weight. I think that is good practice. So there you go. That's not bad. 20 days, and I mean, everything turned out great. I just had a little issue with the canvas being a bit wrinkled, and the fact that the glue went beyond the cover, so you know, it did cause a little bit of an issue with it sticking to the inventory page and everything. So that's just, you know, my opinion. I'm going to take off half a star for that. And let's see. That's it for this first impression. I do have a question of the day for you. So, when you were a kid or a teenager and you had your mind set, what did you want to be when you grew up? And then what did you end up being? I had it in my mind, and I was very adamant that I was going to become an actress. Even though I was heavy, you know, overweight in school and everything, I figured, you know, Nell Carter was big, you know, from Facts of Life, not Facts of Life, but, oh, what was that show? Maybe it was Facts of Life. Maybe not. Anyway, you know, I figured, oh, she can make it. I can too. So I even did my paper when you're a freshman in high school. We had to do a research on the college we wanted to go to, the classes we'd have to take, what we'd have to do to become, you know, to go to college for what we wanted to be. And I did it for acting, and I was very, very intent on doing just that. Things changed around my junior year when school turned out to be just quite disappointing for me. So I ended up doing several things throughout my life. I was a telemarketer for a long time because people said I had the voice for it. And sales was in my family. It was just something that I was good at. Even though I hated it, my dad is still in sales. He's done that for as long as I can remember, some kind of sales position. And I wanted to get out of it, and I finally did. I started doing in-home care for my mom, and I got other jobs doing I did caregiving in a facility, and then I went to do a 6-week course to become a CNA, Certified Nurse's Assistant. So I did that, and then I was a CNA for a few years before I hurt myself. And now I am a full-time caregiver to my daughter and a small-time YouTube personality. So I never thought I'd be here where I am today when I was in high school, but I'm happy to be where I am today because everything works out for a reason. I was able to stay home with my daughter, where I wasn't able to do that with my older two because, you know, being a single parent, you kind of have to work. You don't have that choice. But, so that's my question of the day. And I'd really love to hear what your dreams were to be when you grew up. And I mean, my middle daughter, Stephanie, she always told me when she was a kid that she wanted to be a mommy when she grew up. And unfortunately, she isn't a mommy yet. She's 24. I mean, not unfortunately, but it's okay. She hasn't met the right guy yet. And, you know, she still lives at home. So it's good that she doesn't have a little one yet. But I guess kids are having kids later in life nowadays. I mean, I was 19, almost 20 when my oldest was born. And my parents were 20 when I was born, so that's just kind of what was set in my mind, that 20 is a normal age to have your first kid. I mean, there's good and bad to it. First, good is you get your kids, have your kids young, so then you have your late 30s, 40s, all to have an empty nest, unless you have another kid at 40, like I did. But other things are you're not as patient, you're not as mature, you're not as seasoned in the world, you're not as knowledgeable. And things have been so much different with Teslin than they were with Ayla and Stephanie because I was very young. And it was very hard, you know, financially to raise 2 kids. So, yeah, there's my answer. I always give such a long answer to such a short question. So I'd love to hear what your answers are. Please leave your answer down below in the comment section, and on your way down, click that like button if you would. I'd appreciate that. So I will see you guys in my next video. I hope you liked this one. New companies are always great to see. So I will see you in the next video, like I said, and don't forget to sparkle wherever you go and whatever you do. See you later, guys. Bye.